Hello, welcome back to another video. Yes, we are meal prepping again. However, this time I will actually show you a step-by-step on how I actually meal prep 90% of the time. I think I mentioned before in a little shorts video, I don't like the traditional meal prep method where you prepare like breakfast, lunch, and dinner the same meal. Because the truth is that even eating the same thing 2 days in a row bores me. And by the time it gets to the third day, I'm like, I don't even want that. And it ends up going to waste. And so what I do is I actually meal prep components that you can mix and match and kind of create like a custom meal each time. It is a time saver and it's a money saver because you're not just like, I don't feel like my meal prep. I'm just gonna go buy some sushi today. We've all been there. We know. I'm gonna show you what we cooked up this week and let's get to it. Here we have all of our meal prep. Look at this glorious sight. This is so satisfying to look at. Also, pardon my microphone. I'm actually planning on upgrading my entire setup as a little treat to myself once I finally hit 1K subscribers. So please subscribe. Yeah, so anyways, these are the building blocks of what is going to be a fabulous week of eats. Other things that I always have on hand that kind of are a lifesaver are frozen veggies. I always have these in the freezer. This is just like a little winter veggie mix. This is like broccoli, carrot, cauliflower, and green beans. Look at that little 5 health star rating. Eat your veggies, folks. Another thing that I always have is canned tuna because it's cheap, really good source of lean protein, and I'm gonna show you how to turn these bad boys into gourmet meals. So that's pretty much it. I actually love to mix and match. With all of these, you can actually end up creating like, I don't know, endless possibilities of meals. Yeah, maybe not endless. There's a finite number. I will also show you how I combine these as our meals throughout the week, give you some inspo. Let's get cooking, shall we? Okay, so I know this is a lot of chicken for the week, and normally I would kind of switch up our proteins. Maybe I'll do like a turkey mince or a chicken mince or even like a lean beef mince, but you know what? We had just gone to Costco this week and we had like a ton of chicken breasts. So here we are. I'm just going to use what we have. So I am just going to pan fry it with a bunch of spices. This is kind of like a Mediterranean inspired kind of chicken, which is a little bit more versatile than the Asian gochujang chicken when my palate needs something a little bit different. So yeah, also I forgot that the heat was already on in the pan, and so I definitely would suggest seasoning your chicken before turning on the heat. But anyways, here we go. It's just like a bunch of paprika, dried herbs, salt, and pepper. I like to cook that slow and low just because I can control the juiciness of the chicken a little bit better. Here we are. We're just going to chop it all up. It's perfectly cooked, nice and juicy. Just look at all that flavor. Okay, so it's no secret that I love carbs. I've mentioned them plenty of times in my previous videos, and I just really like to switch things up with the carb content sometimes. And carbs are not some big scary thing that's going to make you gain a ton of weight. The great thing about this style of meal prep is that you can adjust the carb content per each day. If you're feeling really hungry that day, you can increase the carbs. If you're trying to cut down, then you can obviously decrease it. But yeah, I just really love having a mix of sweet potato and potato. Sweet potatoes are actually really, really high in nutrients. And if you're going to be eating carbs, then you might as well eat carbs that are actually beneficial to you. These white potatoes that I use are actually called Spud Light from like Woolies or Coles if you're living in Australia. I don't really know how they do it, but they are actually like lower in carbs than normal potatoes. I don't know. I just really like them. I'm just lightly salting them as well just to give them a little bit of extra flavor. Also, I like to point out that I do actually let the food cool down for a little bit before I properly put on the lid. I'm just putting on the lid just for ASMR purposes for this video. So yeah, right after I snap the lid on, I actually take it right back off and let them cool down a little bit. Next up, we have a mixture of brown and white rice. Just because I do like the soft texture of white rice, but adding a little bit of brown rice in there helps with the complex carbs. And so your body does digest it a little bit slower. I am obsessed with soba. They are made out of a mixture of normal and buckwheat flour. So again, complex carbs. And they are actually a little bit more versatile than you think. You don't just need to use them for like Japanese dishes. I'm all about fusion food. None of this food is actually quote unquote authentic. I am an American-born Chinese with immigrant parents who lives in Australia. So my entire identity is basically fusion anyways. And I like that to be represented in the food that I eat. So there's this food chain in Australia called Spud Bar, and I am low-key obsessed with it. I love the concept. It's basically kind of like a salad bowl with sweet potato or potato as the base, and so this and the spicy tuna bowl are actually inspired by Spud Bar. As you can see, I've just roasted the frozen veggies with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and herbs, and then it just comes together so easily. All you need are literally just lightly mashed potatoes, some kind of veggies, some kind of protein, and a sauce. And there you have it. It is super customizable and it's delightful. Give it a try. Okay, that is pretty much a wrap for this week. Obviously, those are not all the combinations that you could do. For example, you can mix the Japanese curry vegetables with the soba noodles, add some tuna. There you go. Add a fried egg on top. Mwah, that would be stunning. I didn't show you all the combinations that we will make because I need to upload this video. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoy. The good thing about this kind of meal prep is that my husband is more on a clean bulk kind of diet and I am on a like very small minor cut kind of diet where I want lower calorie meals but like still really high protein and satiating that will keep me full. So the good thing about these is that like you can increase or decrease the carb content, you can always increase the protein content and the vegetable content depending on who's eating it or how hungry you are. That's basically why I like to also meal prep this way, because my husband and I don't necessarily eat the same portions as well. And so yeah, this is super handy. Anyways, whatever your goals are, or if you're just in a general phase of like, I just want to eat healthier, or I'm just looking for easy meal prep ideas, this is the place to be. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Make sure that you subscribe. And if you do end up recreating it, make sure you tag me or just drop a little comment down below. I'll catch you at the next video.